We welcome you into the Charlotte Knights pregame show, everyone. It is a beautiful day for some baseball here in Uptown Charlotte at Truist Field. Kendall Smith and Doug Maurer joining you here. We are getting all set for first pitch coming up at 7:04 tonight between the Charlotte Knights, the AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, and the Norfolk Tides, AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. And Doug, the Knights looking for their first win of the week. But yesterday, what a great game between these two teams.
It was back and forth. The Charlotte Knights showing a lot of fight. Ultimately came up one run short at 9-8. We've lost four straight, Kendall, but of those four losses, it feels like we're in every single game. And for Charlotte, they want to make sure they get back in the win column here today. But last night's game, the balls were flying out of the ballpark. I know we've got some highlights. We have to take a look at these. Drew Baker hit a big home run for the Charlotte Knights. That sort of started the comeback after Charlotte fell behind 8-2. Braden Montgomery went deep. We saw Jacob Gonzalez hit a big RBI triple as well. Offense hasn't really been the problem. Really, it's been the pitching, and that's something that Charlotte has done so well over the first month and a half of the year. But during this four-game skid, guys have been getting knocked out of the game a little bit earlier. We saw that with Jonathan Cannon yesterday. But the bats continue to deliver. So if Charlotte can continue to lock in offensively, you have to like their chances to bounce back.
Well, the bats really did deliver in the bottom of the seventh inning. How about a triple from Corey Lee? And that was his second triple of the game. Then Jacob Gonzalez comes up to the plate, launches a homer 427 feet. He scores Corey Lee on that one, and then right after Jacob Gonzalez hits that home run, Oliver Dunn said, hey, I'd like to join in on the fun there. Yeah, a little back-to-back action yesterday. That was the bottom of the seventh inning. So the offense has rolled for this Charlotte Knights group, as you mentioned, looking for the pitching to pick things up a little bit. And we'll get into tonight's starting pitcher here in just a little bit. But someone we have to talk about who can make a big-time impact on this team and already has throughout the week is Kyle Teel. He's here on a major league rehab assignment with the Charlotte Knights from the Chicago White Sox. He suffered a grade 2 hamstring strain back in the World Baseball Classic in March. He was playing for Team Italy and unfortunately just pulled up on his hamstring there. He's taken the last couple of months, though, to recover, to get better. He told me yesterday, I'm feeling 100%. I'm ready to go. He's ready to be back in Chicago. I know White Sox fans are ready to have him too, but we've got him here this week with the Charlotte Knights, and he is a great player. So fun to watch, Doug.
Yeah, and really trying to navigate the first setback of his career. This is a guy who came over in the trade from Boston, started last season with the Knights, and then when he came out, raked. The White Sox called him right up, and he was this amazing player in Chicago. But in the offseason, you mentioned the injury in the WBC, and for Teel now just getting his first action. What does he do in his first game on Tuesday? He hits a 2-run homer. And, of course, this is a guy who was in the same shoes as a lot of our players last year. So another leader, someone that the guys can go to for advice, how to prepare, how to make sure they're able to take the next step. But anytime you can add a guy like Kyle Teel to your lineup, you have to like your chances if
And I actually asked him about that yesterday. What is he telling these guys on the Charlotte Knights team about what life is like at the major league level and how they can get there? And he said, look, I just tell them to keep it simple. This game is obviously super results oriented. So it's just about taking things on a day in, day out basis. And he was telling me, I've taken things on a day in, day out basis with this injury. And even when he was sitting on the bench, he rehabbed in Chicago. He's like, I'm watching every single part of the game, using my eyes to get better as a player. He truly is a student of the game, Doug, and we're glad to have him here this week, but hope he gets back up to Chicago here soon. No, you mentioned the trade that Kyle Teel was a part of. It happened in December of 2024 between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Of course, Kyle Teel, Braden Montgomery, and then Wickelman Gonzalez coming here along with Chase Mydroth to the White Sox, and then Garrett Crochet going to the Boston Red Sox. And we got to talk tonight's top three, which includes Braden Montgomery, who was a part of that trade. He's the Chicago White Sox #1 prospect, and he is here in Charlotte. He made his AAA debut last week on the road in Jacksonville with this Knights team. He hit his first AAA home run yesterday, Doug. It was great to watch.
It was. I had a chance to talk to Braden after the game a little bit. He was so excited to get that out of the way. It's one of those things, Kendall, anytime you have so many eyeballs on you like Braden Montgomery does, sometimes that pressure can build and it can affect you on the field. I think we saw that a little bit on Tuesday Tuesday with his first game here at Truist Field. But yesterday you could see he was relaxed, stepped up to the plate, hit a big home run in the second inning, and then he made some nice catches in center field as well. So another guy coming into his own, but I don't know how long we're going to see Braden Montgomery. He is really good. Keep an eye on him tonight.
We always say you've got to watch the stars of tomorrow at the Major League level right here today at Truist Field. Of course, if you can't come out to tonight's game, we are home all weekend, and tonight's game is being broadcast live on WCCB Charlotte, so tune in. As I continue with my top three tonight, it is our Charlotte O's 50th anniversary celebration night. We have our Cal Ripken Jr. bobblehead giveaway, so this will be such a fun night. We have some former players from that team coming out. Can't wait for that. And then as I round it out, of course, top three here today has to be two triples from Corey Lee yesterday, the first time ever in his career that he has accomplished that. Triple is the rarest hit in baseball, and he did it twice yesterday. So Corey Lee, we see you. Shout out.
That's right, and he's a catcher too. Had the wheels going on the bases, crushing the base. And you feel good for Corey because another guy with big league experience, see him get those two triples, I think that's going to jumpstart him.
All right, well, we've talked about the guys that have made an impact on this team, and there are a lot. And we talk a lot about the prospects. We talk about the Major League rehabbers. We talk about the guys with Showtime. But how about these guys that have come up from Double-A this season and have been rock solid for this Charlotte Knights team? Caden Connor is one of those guys, and we are talking with him, Doug, after the break.
Caden's great. You're going to love this interview. Make sure you stick around. A lot of fun to be had right here on this pregame show, Kendall.
All right, everyone, don't go anywhere. More coming your way here on the best pregame show in all of minor league baseball. It's the Charlotte Knights pregame show, of course. When we come back on the other side, we have Charlotte Knight Caden Connor joining us here for an interview, so don't go anywhere.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen
Well, this is the Charlotte Knights pregame show. Welcome back, everyone. Kendall Smith joining you here. We are just moments away from first pitch here tonight between the Charlotte Knights, the AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, and the Norfolk Tides, AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. And we were talking before the break about guys that are a part of this Charlotte Knights team that have made big impacts this season. And one of those is certainly Caden Connor, who now joins us live on the show. Charlotte Knights utility player. Caden, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Good, you? Thank you. you.
Great. It's a beautiful day for baseball. A little windy, of course, as we say that, the wind starts to pick up. But we were singing your praises before the break, and we really have since you've joined this team, because you come up from AA Birmingham this year, and you just pick up with this team instantly. I mean, it's like there was almost no adjustment period for you. I know you spent some time with the Knights last year, but just what do you credit all of your early success to here in the season?
Yeah, I just think my teammates and my coaches on a daily basis keep me in a good headspace. Coming up here, I've had a lot of familiar guys I've played with coming up through the minor leagues, so it's been a blast, and you can't beat playing down here in Charlotte, so it's been a lot of fun.
What does it require to stay in a good headspace playing the sport of baseball at the professional level?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you can get result-oriented, but just trying to stay away from that and just taking it day by day. A lot of great guys in that clubhouse, a lot of great people in this community. So, I mean, just taking every day and not trying to think too much. So that's what I try to be like, and yeah.
This Charlotte community loves the Charlotte Knights, and they love coming out to games, watching you guys play, seeing you all be a part of this community. You mentioned all the great guys on the team. Who are some of your best friends on the team, Caden?
Oh, man.
It's hard to pick out just a few, but if you had to.
If I had to pick two, I'd probably say Riku Nishida and Ryan Galaney. The three of us have kind of been at every stop throughout the minor leagues together, so I'm going to say those two. And then, I think everybody in there is awesome, so.
How about Riku Nishida? I mean, his energy is off the charts. I stand right by the dugout during games, and I see you two interacting together. It is the greatest thing in the world. How would you describe playing with a guy like Riku Nishida?
He's electric. Clearly, you guys can see on the field, he's just causing havoc. Everything he does, he knows what he's good at, and he does it at the best level I've seen someone knowing how to play their game. And then in the clubhouse, I mean, he's the glue. I mean, you go in there and everyone just kind of draws towards him. So I think he's just been fantastic since he's been here, and I'm not shocked at all. So.
You talk about your teammates. Riku was a guy that spent time at AA. You were part of the AA Birmingham Barons team last year that won the Southern League Championship. And we have so many of those guys that are on the team this season. Why do you think the White Sox organization as a whole has been able to develop these guys to be able to continue to move up the ranks and just be successful no matter where they are?
Yeah, I just think that we play the game the right way and we play the game hard. Every night we're going to go out there and give it our best, and that also comes through our manager, Chad Pinder, who constantly tells us, he doesn't care about the results, just playing the game hard, and that's just kind of what we take pride in, and I think that's starting to show throughout our minor league organization and the big league team as well.
So you spend a lot of time at the baseball field, but when you are not here, what do you like to do? In the 8 hours a week that you aren't here, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, here it's tough because you're constantly here, but in the off season, going to the beach or playing golf with some buddies, that's probably the two things that I'd say.
Are you a good golfer?
I'm decent. My dad's really good. He taught me at a young age, so I don't get to go out much, but when I do, I can hang on.
We just had the Truist Championship here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte last week, so a lot of the big name golfers on the PGA Tour were joining us here. Who's your favorite golfer?
Oh, man. I would say Tiger, but not right now. Probably Jordan Spieth, or, I'd probably go with him.
We got to watch him play last week here, and that was awesome, just getting to see that. I know a lot of the guys on the team like to golf. You're from California originally. Does your family get to come out and watch you play very often, or are they watching from home?
They try to come as much as possible. They're very supportive. My parents actually came last week to Jacksonville, so it was good seeing them. They need to come out to Charlotte because this is the spot to be. But
It is the spot to be. Yeah. It is. I'm glad you brought up Jacksonville, because actually in the next segment, Doug and I are doing a little draft of the best minor league cities. I get to go with you guys to Durham, to Buffalo, but I'm curious, what is the best minor league city that you have played in, with the exception of Charlotte and Birmingham, teams in the White Sox organization?
I'm going to have to go with Charleston.
The best.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go there.
The food there, off the charts.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So good. Charleston, just as a whole, the vibes are amazing, so I agree with that. I've been to several River Dogs games. I went to South Carolina, so we would always drive to Charleston on weekends. Loved it. But Caden, we love having you as a part of this Charlotte Knights team. You're great, not only on the field, but just such a great addition to this team in the clubhouse. Your teammates are always speaking so highly of you, and you've just been so consistent, so much fun to watch. So thank you so much for the time and for joining us here on the show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
He was our Powered Up Player of the Month of April, by the way. Caden Connor, Charlotte Knights utility player. Come check him out here at Truist Field. We are home all weekend long. All right, with that being said, I think it's time for another double play here this afternoon. We've got Jeff and Jack Taylor joining us here from WCCB. Charlotte, what's up, guys?
All right, I gotta just voice my displeasure with something.
What's
and
up?
It's today's double play.
Oh gosh,
Got
we're
it? All right.
ranting.
So, football field, 100 yards.
Yep.
Basketball, 94 feet. I get it. The infield, the pitching mound, all regulation. But you get to the outfield, all different numbers. I covered Norfolk Tides for a while, and it's like 305, 400, and like 310.
It is odd.
I don't like it. Why? I mean, I just don't like it. Make it all the same.
I believe the Knights last year led the minor leagues in home runs.
That's correct.
And it's because they have one of the smallest outfields, though, in the league. So it's fun for, I guess, ticket holders, coming to these games. You're going to see a lot of them. That's why you have double-digit runs a lot of the times. But it is a little weird. I will give it that.
I like it because I think it challenges players. Depending on the ballpark that you're at, you have to adjust to what the ballpark is like, and I think that changes things up. So if you're consistently...
Like a little bit of atmosphere of the park itself,
it's like a golf course.
Correct. Yeah, it is like a golf course, because on a golf course you're not going to have, the same amount of length in a par 5 from one place to another. So I kind of like it because it keeps the guys on their toes a little bit. We can't make it any easier, right? Because baseball, it's already the hardest thing in the world to hit a baseball coming at you 100 miles an hour. So, talking sports with my dad, Jeff and Jack Taylor on WCCB Charlotte. Thank you guys so much. Hey, we talked about that draft. It's coming up on the other side of the break. Doug is back, and I'm going to take him down in this draft. You don't want to miss it. The Charlotte Knights draft is officially underway here on the Charlotte Knights pregame show. What's up, everyone? We are back here counting it down to first pitch between the Charlotte Knights and the Norfolk Tides. It's coming up at 7:04. You can watch live on WCCB Charlotte, and you can join us here all weekend long at Truist Field. Get your tickets at charlotteknights.com. All right, we just talked about it with Caden Connor before the break. His favorite city that he has ever played minor league baseball in. He gave a great answer. And now Doug and I are doing a little draft of our own cities. We only have enough time to get through 5, but we are going to select our teams, and you all are going to let us know who you think did a better job. So since you went first in our last draft, I go first in our first draft. And Caden actually took the words right out of my mouth. Charleston welcome to Team Kendall. Beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Like I said, I went to school at the University of South Carolina. My friends and I would drive up to Charleston on the weekends. River Dogs games are so much fun, and it just doesn't get better than the food scene in Charleston. Obviously, you have the beach. The weather is incredible. The people are super nice. So, Charleston, South Carolina, Team Kendall, what's up and welcome. Doug, try to one-up it.
Yeah, I am immediately behind the 8 ball here. I'm glad Caden's not in our draft because I had Charleston very high up on my big board. Joseph P. Riley Jr. Park, amazing ballpark. So, solid pick, Kendall. I'm going to go with Asheville, North Carolina. I'm sure you saw that one coming.
He's biased.
McCormick Field, built in 1924. If you like history, it is a great place to watch a ball game. And then the city is just wonderful. You have the mountains. The ballpark's actually built into the side of a mountain. It's always going to be on that most talked about list. I spent a lot of time there, so I know for a fact. Put that one high up on your list if you're visiting minor league cities, Asheville, North Carolina.
All right, so the city is great. Doug's talking a lot about the ballparks, though. I'm talking more about the cities here. Next up, Nashville. Welcome to Team Kendall. The Nashville Sounds. Their ballpark is off the charts. So cool. They have a mini golf course in their outfield, which is unreal. I love going to Nashville. Sometimes I travel with our team to Nashville. Obviously, Broadway is so much fun. The country music scene. I love country music. So the city of Nashville is coming to Team Kendall. What do you got?
It's a really good city, Kendall. Charleston and Nashville, man. I'm going to need to make a good pick here. All right, I want to make sure I get this team on Team Doug. They kill it when it comes to minor league baseball, supporting their team. Dayton. Give me the Dayton Dragons. They sold out, 1,500 straight games. They dominate. The energy in that park is amazing. The city, they support their team. Watch the first four in basketball. So give me the Dayton Dragons.
All right, I like your pick. And yes, their fans are very into it, which I can really appreciate. But next up for me, I'm staying with some of these bigger cities. Okay. Las Vegas is coming to my team, the Las Vegas Aviators. I love the city of Vegas. I think it's so much fun. You can only stay for a few days, I think, because it just gets crazy in Vegas, right? But I am all about the vibes there, the fun, the energy. So Las Vegas is coming to my team along with Nashville and Charleston. You got Asheville and Dayton. What's your third pick?
I'm going to have to go Greenville, South Carolina. I'm sticking with some of the smaller teams. You know, I've been to Fluor Field a million times. The city is great. They've done a tremendous job refurbishing the West End in downtown Greenville. So the Greenville Drive, come on over. I'm small towns.
I can really appreciate that. All right, next up for me, I've got to go with the city that means a lot to you and it means a lot to me. Indianapolis, you are coming to Team Kendall. Both of our families are from Indiana. Doug is actually from the state of Indiana. My parents went to IU, so we grew up going to games in Indianapolis. My parents would be mad at me if I didn't select the Indians to come onto my team. So welcome, Indianapolis.
Yeah, solid pick. My hometown. I went to games at Busch Stadium as a kid. Victory Field, phenomenal. I'm going to go just a little further north, stay in the state of Indiana. Give me Fort Wayne, the small town theme. They really support that team. The Tin Caps. Little bit, maybe not quite as much to do as Indianapolis there, but again, if you're looking for minor league baseball, Fort Wayne Tin Caps, head on over here.
All right, last two quickly without much explanation. We talk about great sports cities. Buffalo, Team Kendall, unreal in terms of their fans up in Buffalo. Welcome the Bison to my team.
All right, I'll take Toledo. Give me the Mudhens.
I love that mascot.
Yeah, definitely. And I got a little help on that pick, so they are definitely really good to check out. Ballpark, give me Toledo.
All right, who did better? You let us know. We've got more coming on our Charlotte Knights pregame show next. Charlotte Knights and the Norfolk Tides going head-to-head here tonight in Game 3 of this 6-game series. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Charlotte Knights pregame show, and we are just minutes away from first pitch. You can watch live here on WCCB. Charlotte, Kendall Smith, and Doug Maurer joining you here. And Doug, we have to remind all of the fans in Charlotte, if you can't make it to tonight's game, of course you need to watch it, but then come join us this weekend here at Truist Field. We have a stacked weekend of fun baseball promotions. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, Charlotte owes tonight, but let's jump right into tomorrow. It's Pink Nights, and it's the 20th anniversary of Pink Nights. If you have not been to a Pink Nights game before, make sure you come out here. We have an unbelievable winning moment. It's emotional, inspirational, plus the first 1,000 women in attendance receive a Charlotte Knights Pink baseball. Roll it right into double fireworks. Friday night, Saturday night. Saturday night's going to be
really
a triple
fireworks.
Triple fireworks. I mean, just a ton of action here. And then Sunday, post-game, Kendall, we've talked about it. Everybody runs the bases. You have your day baseball action. It is the most packed weekend we've had all year long.
Princess Day on Sunday as well,
go.
so all of your favorite princesses will be here at the ballpark. And we say triple fireworks because we will have a fireworks show on Friday, of course, and then on Saturday, we're doing a double fireworks show. So twice the length, twice the action. It's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be, it's going to be awesome. So tickets at charlotteknights.com. Don't miss out on all of the fun this weekend. All right, it's time for my hot take of the night. David Sandlin getting the start for the Charlotte Knights. He's the Chicago White Sox number 18 prospect. He's been really good since coming back from an injury, and I predict that he's going 5 scoreless here tonight for Charlotte. And I know you're excited about him too, Doug.
Yeah, I'm on board with that hot take, Kendall. And the Knights need it. We need a really good starting pitching performance. The one thing about David Sandlin I want to mention for all of you watching, this is a guy who has been flying under the radar. He is the 18th ranked prospect in the Chicago White Sox system, so he's starting to get some publicity, but he was drafted in the 11th round, Kendall, out of Oklahoma, came over in a trade that really wasn't talked about back in February, but this is a guy who could be the ace on this staff. It's only his 3rd start, but I'm down with 5 shutout tonight.
We're down with David Sandlin going 5 and shutting out the Norfolk Tides. Let's just call a full game shutout. Norfolk, they're not scoring at all here tonight. At least we'll hope to speak that into existence. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining us here on our Charlotte Knights pregame show. For Doug Maurer, I'm Kendall Smith, and we have first pitch coming your way next.